What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Good morning, good morning, good morning. Today is December 5th. I got the date wrong. Actually, let me go ahead and change this up for us because the banner is wrong. I know. But I hope you're having a great day. I really do. It's the start of a great new morning. And so here we go. Today is December 5th. And today's video topic is tools. I'm DeMarcus Tunstall. You can always find me on Humble and Focused, all one word, and the Beta Project is where we are right now. And today's quote is from Napoleon Hill. Like, you know your day is going to go well when you can start it out with a Napoleon Hill quote. So here we go. Don't wait. The time will never be just right. Start where you stand and work whatever tools you may have at your command. Better tools will be found as you go along. Ladies and gentlemen, that's a great quote. And we'll go back to that quote here in a little bit, but let's go ahead and talk a little bit. Let's have some fun, shall we? Hey, good morning. How are you? All right, so let's go and talk. You know, I'm back on the legacy shirt. You know, I love the legacy. It's what we're here to do. We're here to leave a legacy. When we die, we got to leave something. Most people, when they die, they leave bills. Most people, when they die, they leave heartache. But what if you left something that could change the lives of not only your family, but everybody's family? That's why the word legacy is so important. And if you can't see it, I'm kind of far away. Inside this legacy here, each one of these letters has words inside of it. And the reason for it is because it's things like hustle and grind, creativity, longevity, tenacity, focus, wealth, things like that are built inside this shirt of legacy. And so those are all part of it, creating something that lasts longer than you are. The guy who plants a tree is wise, knowing that he will never experience the shade that the tree creates. But the tree is created for the shade of the legacy that's coming. It's not planted now. It's going to take time to build, right? Okay, so we're talking about tools. Tools. And this is actually a really interesting topic because, ladies and gentlemen, I don't think that a lot of us realize how valuable we are. And we take our value based on how much we get paid and how much we're loved by our friends. There's so much more value to what you are and who you are and everything else that you can be and bring and everything else, all the good stuff, right? So let's talk about this for a second. So, ladies and gentlemen, the average person, and I say average because of what I'm about to say right now, the average person has very basic tools. And what I mean by that is they have enough tools. They have the tools that they got through high school. Now understand, high schoolers don't even use books really anymore. So the same textbooks that you used in high school are now obsolete. But you have the same tools that you had in high school, and then you got a job and you learned a couple more tools, and a couple more skills, and skills created tools. And the problem is, ladies and gentlemen, is that you're not updating your skills. You're not looking for other ways. The reason that you aren't as successful as you could be is because you only understand and you can only take on the jobs for the tools that you have. You get what I'm saying? So let's say, ladies and gentlemen, for some reason, I don't have any tools around me actually right now. Let's say, for example, you got a hammer. Okay? And so you can only take on jobs that can do hammering things. You can't take on jobs that can do saw things with a hammer. That's not going to work. You can't take on jobs that require maybe screwing something in possibly. Maybe a little bit because you could tweak it a little bit. But your tool is only designed to hammer things. And now you haven't taken the time to find other tools to put in your tool belt. So instead you use that same tool that you used through high school, and you got a little bit of job training, and you went to college, and you're in a specific field, and that specific field gave you a specific tool, and now you're wondering why you can't have success. Because the job that you have and that the life that you created is based on one tool or a couple tools, but you don't have an arsenal of tools. That's why your tools are so important. Because actually I won't go there yet. So the idea behind this, ladies and gentlemen, is you got to get other tools in your tool belt. You got to think of tools as being something that is necessary, not now, but later on. What tools can I gather so when the job comes and something hits me or something opportunity presents itself, what kind of job can I complete? But if you're not willing to upgrade your tools, if you're not willing to get new tools, then you can only complete a certain amount of jobs. And that's so big. So I want you to think about this, ladies and gentlemen. Also, let's say you have two carpenters that have a hammer. And they've had this hammer since they began 12 years ago. And one hammer is completely and utterly dirty, damaged, dinged, all kinds of rust on it. Handle is got all kinds of warps on it, but it's built, in the guy's hand. It's a regular hammer, and the other guy has a brand new hammer. And you ask both guys, so when did you get that hammer? Did you get that hammer when you started? Yes, I have. Which one are you going to utilize? And I love this. This is somebody else's story I'm utilizing. Which one of these hammers are you going to utilize? Well, ironically enough, I would use the one who's warped. Why? Because that hammer has seen some work. It's done some damage. The guy who has a hammer that's brand new, but he's had it since he began, has not been working as hard, and maybe hadn't had as many jobs as the guy who has been up there getting that work in. So I want you to think about this. The tools matter. The shape of your tools matter. Are you utilizing? See, ladies and gentlemen, you have the tools. You've had the tools all along because they've been given to you. Are you utilizing those tools to try to get more tools? Or are you saying, what I have is enough, and that's all I will go to? And so let me go ahead and get some quotes on the screen. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. Excuses. Believe it or not, excuses are a tool. Like I said, you get a lot of these things from when you're growing up. You learn 95% of who you are before you even get to the age of 18. That's a pretty big deal. 95% of you. So if you learn how to use excuses correctly, then you'll never complete anything. And guess what? Your tools are worthless. But let's not talk about that because I don't want to go there. But I just want you to know that we keep talking. I'm talking about tools in this positive sense, like, tenacity, integrity, character, drive, hunger, vision, work ethic. All these things are tools, but so are excuses. So you got to make sure that your tools are valid tools that are positive tools. Excuses, lying, not completing a job, all these different things are tools of the incompetent. But if it depends on what tools you have in your tool belt. Because as soon as something arises that you can't really fathom, you got to do something with your tools. If you've got the tool of incompetence in your belt and it's the closest one, and it's the one you're used to reaching for, then you're going to pull that one out long before you pull out a tool for hard work, integrity, sweat, and grind. Okay? So I just wanted to see that. But here's the quote I wanted to bring to you. Men and women are more important than tools. If you don't believe so, put a good tool in the hands of a poor workman. Ladies and gentlemen, you are quality. And what you have, that tool that you have, whatever it is, ladies and gentlemen, can be so much more than what you have. A chisel was just a chisel until somebody made it into a jackhammer. You get what I'm saying? Like a chisel, whenever, the Greeks were chiseling things, right? At one point, that's all it was. But then someone's like, you know what? What if we put a machine behind it and it pounded pavement? You know how short it is to break up concrete compared to getting a chisel and doing it? Because they upgraded their tools. So the men itself are more important than the tools. Who you are more important than the tools. But if you put a great tool in a poor workman, you get shoddy work. And that's what I want you to think about, ladies and gentlemen. Are you somebody of quality with quality tools that are consistently trying to put more tools on your tool belt? Or do you have one tool that you're trying to use for everything and you haven't used it very often, and the tool might be excuses? And if you don't believe me, look at the life you're living, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not trying to call people out, but look at the life you're living and tell me what kind of life you're living. Is your life of exceptional? Are you an exceptional person? Is your life full of character, integrity? Are your friends full of character, integrity? You know why I ask that question? Because I can tell you what kind of tools you have in your tool belt by the friends you keep beside you. I can tell what kind of tools you have in your tool belt by the kind of life that you're creating for yourself. I can tell the tools that are in your tool belt based on the kind of responses you get from other people. Oh, there was a quote that I saw. It said that, let me see if I can find it. Come on. I think it said your legacy is what people say when you're not around. I think that's what it was. Bezos. Jeff Bezos said it was either your legacy is what people say about you when you're not around. Whether you're not there or whether you're gone and long gone. There's things that are right now are going on still to this day because somebody decided to step up and create a legacy for you. And so that's what I want you to think about. Your life is worth a whole lot. But sometimes people don't put a whole lot of value in their own lives. You think about it as a tool belt or the hammer. You only got one tool. Why are you only giving yourself one tool? Yeah, it might be hard. Yeah, you might have kids. Yeah, you might have to take care of your family. Yeah, you might have to work 12 jobs. Yeah, but if you do this right, ladies and gentlemen, and you utilize your hammer the way it's supposed to be used, maybe you only have to work one job. But if you're not open to taking your hammer and using it a different way, or taking your hammer and using it on a different type of job, because the jobs that you know are the ones that you're taking. If you're not willing to step out and be something different, then ladies and gentlemen, you'll never be able to go further with your tools than where you are right now. So let me show this quote one more time. No. Don't wait. The time will never be just right. Start where you stand, ladies and gentlemen. Begin your journey. and work with whatever tools you may. Right now, ladies and gentlemen, you have a hammer. But as you go along, ladies and gentlemen, you're going to find better tools. But you can't find better tools if you're not willing to go to a different place in your life. You're not willing to step up and try to create a legacy, be a different person. What are your tools to me? The tools that I talked about, most people are utilizing the same tools from high school. The tools that I use, ladies and gentlemen, I don't even have one here. No, I have one here. The books you read, the videos you watch. You guys want some videos? Go on YouTube, type in motivational videos. The tools you watch, the tools you listen to. Go to Audible, download all these motivational videos. I mean, all these different things, the people you talk to, these are tools. Ladies and gentlemen, the thing is, I put this quote on Facebook yesterday, and it said that friendship is created by proximity. Only proximity. You are friends with the people you are because they're close to you and you guys believe the same things. But had they not been close to you, because there's people who are better for you than your friends possibly, but you don't know who they are because they're not in your proximity. So friends are created by proximity, right? But the wrong friends can create the wrong jobs for you. And the wrong friends can give you the wrong tools. I'm telling you that right now. And so you got to keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, that everything that you're building, everything that you're creating right now, at this exact moment in point, is going to create it's going to get you the tool that create what you create in the future. So now it's time to go ahead and start programming your mind, start programming your heart, start programming, your body, change your body. If you're hanging around a lot of people who love to go to buffets and you go with them every single weekend, it's going to be real hard for you to get that six-pack abs. Why? Because the tools are wrong. You got to understand, ladies and gentlemen, look, that hammer that you're creating, you got to start changing it up. Your friends are your tools. Your current situation is your tools. Your lifestyle is your tools. What you read is your tools. What you think about is your tools. All these different things. So if you're not willing to go at it and get your tools out and go do some work, you'll never be able to figure out what your tool can actually do. Hammers are great for hammering, but they also can pull the nails up. They can also do other things. I don't know. They can be a paperweight or maybe a level. I don't know. But the thing is, if you're not out there trying to utilize your hammer in a different way, then you'll never find it. And then you'll never realize, wait a second, my hammer can't do this job, but maybe I can go to the store and get a different tool to do this job. So now I need you to go ahead and step up and to start putting more tools on your tool belt. Why? Because those things are important for taking you to the future. And I'm not talking about the future period, because you're going to go to the future if you live that long. But I'm talking about a different future that was destined to be something else that you were never going to get to. But you got there because you decided, wait a second, I'm worth more than what is only on my tool belt. And if I invest in myself, then I can have more. And that's all I have for you. Legacy, baby. It's all about the legacy. Thank you for being here, ladies and gentlemen. I appreciate you. I love you. Thank you for being here. Remember, I love each and every single one of you. Every single one of you. And I want to thank you for being here. Happy Thursday, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Have a blessed day, and go ahead and get some more tools on your tool belt and see how great you can build. A hammer can only build something so small, but a group of hammers in the right direction can build a skyscraper. So find people who got the hammers, or find somebody who's got a saw, or find somebody who's got a screwdriver, and learn to utilize a team full of people who have great tools and have greatness in their tools, and utilize them as they will utilize you and grow. It's called a mastermind, but that's a whole different story for a whole different legacy type situation. But ladies and gentlemen, be great at the tool that you have, but also get better tools, get more tools, and then become great at those tools and watch what you can build. The skyscraper is a limit. The sky is the limit, and you can build a skyscraper. It's up to you what you want to do. And I'll talk to you soon. Have a great day. Bye.